Hi guys, this is Zak here. Okay, today's video is gonna be a little bit interesting. Uh, guess how did I found out this video? My son was sitting right next to me, and I think he was watching YouTube, and suddenly I could hear like top 5 scary videos caught on camera. And when I asked my son not to watch it, but he's like, "Daddy, I'm not scared. Let me just watch it." So I was just okay. I just kept quiet. Then later, in the background, I could hear the story, and it felt like as if it's like Project Dark Knight Horror. And I checked it out. It was like it's a new channel. I think it's a new channel. It's Depths of Despair. It's pretty good. If you know about this channel, just try to search it on YouTube, and you might find it. It's almost having the same, almost like same content of Project Dark Knight, but it's really good. By the way, I'm not going to do like top 5 videos. I'm just going to do the the hauntings of the people who are like really, there's a story behind it. So let's just check it out.
Next video comes from the TikTok page They Are With Me. The owner of the page recently lost his father, as his father passed away around 7 months ago. But unfortunately, the owner hasn't seen him for the last 3 years. Feeling guilty and struggling to get past his sorrows, he decided to visit his dad's grave in an attempt to contact him. However, this will later turn out to be a grave mistake, as it appears something followed him home, and now he has been plagued by the paranormal ever since. And it's slowly taking its toll on him, as he is rarely able to get much sleep. One day, while he is resting at home, something disturbs his peace. Take a look.
Two things. He was feeling guilty and he was feeling sorrow, and the two in the graveyard. So, of course, these things they love to feed on that. And check out the timing. It's 1:45 p.m. We used to have the haunting at the same time at night, but he's having it in the daytime. Wow. So I think it's been happening from few days, and he's like, you can see it on his face. That's why he's recording now. Always a haunting begins very slowly, gradually it keeps on increasing. I think this is how the entities they pick up their strength.
En el nombre de Jesús te ordeno que te vayas.
And in Jesus' name. Amen.
En el nombre de Jesús ordeno que te vayas.
Look how bright the room is, and still it's happening.
No tienes derecho de estar aquí. Ordeno que te vas.
It's pretty bright.
Ordeno que te vas en el nombre de Jesús.
It's creepy enough to see your piano play by itself, but this is just the beginning. because in the next few days he will hear lots of banging sounds and see objects move by themselves. However, he wasn't able to capture it on camera, as most of it happened too fast. But on the 5th day after all this happened, he decided to play a song to praise God and rid his house of all bad energies. But it didn't end very well.
You see, it's just like our situation. Even we started praying God, like we started playing the God's verses, and basically I think we actually angered the entities. It's like we are trying to attack it, and then later it starts to harass you even more. And this is what's happening now. It's been 20 years. I've, well, like when I've been to church now, 20 years now.
Santo Dios, tumbarme el casco. Hay una mano allí.
Huh? There's a hand?
Eso es una mano.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Dios mío. ¿Quién está ahí?
You see, it's taking physical form now. It's so early on. Wow, there's movie posters. Matrix and... which one is that? I heard that, like, running sound.
Pareció haber una mano.
I think it's water.
Pareció haber una mano, Dios.
I hate curtains, my god, I hate curtains. You know, because when you see something and there's nothing there, it's okay, you're not that scared. But when you see a curtain and you're always having a feeling, you know, something is behind it. I hate curtains.
A hand can be seen coming out from the kitchen before disappearing behind the corner, but just as he goes over to check it out, he finds nothing there. He then decides to set up a security camera to see what it captures around the house during his absence. And later on, when he goes out, the lights start to flicker on their own. But the next time he heads out of the house, the camera captures this.
You see, that's an Annabelle picture. Who on... Man, it's terrifying. There's a tragic story, you know, there's an actual real story behind that. I'm actually gonna make a video. It's all like in a lineup right now. You know, these entities, I think the reason they move all these objects is like they're kind of flexing their muscles, you know. I think this is how they get the strength.
He arrives back home completely shocked to find that everything has been moved while he was out. So he quickly pulls his phone out to record while searching the whole house to see if he would capture anything or anyone. But his search yields no results as he finds nothing once again. The next day, his girlfriend decides to come over and stay with him after completely avoiding the house, as it seems to make her feel weak and she can't stand the atmosphere of the place. Just after 3 AM, they are woken up by some strange noises.
Bueno, voy a grabar este video porque nuevamente se están escuchando en el apartamento ruidos. Son las 3 de la mañana con 16 minutos y... Escucha. ¿Se la sabe? Sí.
You see, now it started disturbing their sleep now.
Esta vez no estoy solo, esta vez estoy con mi novia que por fin decidió venir a acompañarme, pues estaba asustada debido a todas estas cosas que están pasando.
She loves you, man.
¿Dónde es eso, amor?
La cocina.
Look at the time, it's 3:16.
¿Qué fue eso?
I think it's almost the same time when I was getting a phone call.
Yo voy a mirar. Quédese aquí, amor, quédese aquí.
Amor.
Señor bendito. Amor, quédese acá, yo voy solo, amor.
Ya, yo.
Prenda
Just
la
like
luz,
my
prenda
wife,
la
you know.
luz.
She was like warning him not to go.
Todo tranquilo, gato. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate.
He's provoking it. Bad idea, buddy.
Parece que es una cocina. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate. Vaya para el cuarto, ¿no?
No.
¿Qué fue eso? ¿Estás viendo, amor? ¿Estás viendo?
His girlfriend is terrified.
Es una cocina.
Because I think this is the first time she's experiencing this.
Manifiéstate en el nombre de Jesús. Te ordeno que te manifiestes. ¿Qué fue lo que sonó hacia ahorita, amor?
La cocina.
You know, I had photos of jokers. If you have seen in my videos, just go back and you will see the whole wall was filled up of
Mira, amor,
Joker's
mira.
picture.
¿Ves que no tiras, amor?
Because my son loved it. But later on, you know, after listening to people's comment,
Vaso.
I removed it. Or maybe it's
Es un vaso.
kind of negative energy, you know, and he's having
Mira,
Annabelle
todos los
picture there.
cajones están abiertos.
The drawers are open. Yeah. It's just trying to gain some
¿Qué pasa
more
aquí, Dios mío?
strength, you know, by
Amor.
doing all these activities. What does it say?
Amor, no me
Camera
asustes,
blackout.
amor. ¿Qué pasa?
You know, it drains the energy of the mobile. You know, it's so strange. How many times my mobile has
Pasó,
gone
amor.
black? You see, not only the mobile, but also his girlfriend is like completely drained out of her energy. We had this in the last 2 months.
No, no me asustes. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Viste algo? Amor,
You know, you feel so lethargic. You know, it's
¿viste
just
algo?
like even after having sleep, you like maybe you stayed awake whole night.
¿Qué pasó, amor?
As he searches the house, he finds some broken glass in the kitchen, as well as some open cupboards. But suddenly, the camera blacks out for a few seconds as he is returning to his girlfriend. But it appears that something unseen has affected her, making her feel weak and nauseous. Her boyfriend says he noticed her acting strange, as if her mind was elsewhere, and now she refuses to come back to the house again. And it's understandable considering what she just experienced. Once again, her boyfriend is now alone at the house, and he was about to have the most terrifying night of his life.
You see, just like Lee, I think these entities, the reason they break, I already told you, like they try to break your relationships, you know, divide and rule policy. Now he's left all alone again. Man, how terrifying that is. Whew. You know, most probably the lights are not turning on. That's why it's recording in the dark. You see how the activity is gradually increasing day by day? Whoa. This happened. I think the second time when I went out, it happened with me. You know, it's just trying to see how scared are you. The good thing is he stood his ground, you know, whereas I.
Something charges straight at him from the dark room, leaving him stunned on the spot. After regaining his composure, he heads back to his room, and about 20 minutes later, things get even worse.
Otra vez se escuchan golpes en la sala. Son las 3:25, se escuchan golpes en la sala, se escuchan cosas, no he podido dormir. Van a ser casi las 4 de la mañana. Dios mío, ayúdame, Dios mío. Señor bendito. Abre la puerta.
Man, first remove the curtains, man.
Cierra la puerta del baño. ¿Quién está ahí? Dios, ¿qué es eso, Dios?
I can't see anything, so it's too dark. Oh, it's in the bathroom. See, this is the reason I tell you not to keep the curtains.
¿Quién está ahí?
This feeling is very terrifying, you know.
La cortina se movió.
Because when the entity is close to your face, you will not even know when there's an open space. But when there's a curtain, you will always have the feeling.
Oh, Dios, Dios.
Wow. I remember that the day I was pushed, it was because of the bathroom door was slamming. I was so terrified I didn't even wanted to open but he's opening it.
Dios Todopoderoso, ayúdame.
This man has got nerves of steel, man. Seriously. I wouldn't even dare to do this.
This was the worst night of his life, and it's only been getting stronger every day. He has asked, what should he do? Now many viewers noticed the Annabelle poster he has up on his wall, and quickly told him to get rid of it. So is this a real haunting caught on camera, or just an intricate ruse? Whatever the case, I don't think it's wise to try and contact the dead.
Let me pause the video. May God help him, man. Seriously, what he's going through is the same thing. May God protect him. By the way, I think the next video is gonna come from Andrew, and he's just I think he's a dating coach based in Australia, and this is one of the video where he posted like while browsing the TikTok, and I found this video. Let's listen what he has to say, and I will talk about that. Yeah, that's Andrew.
So this video is a little bit different to the typical type of videos that I post. Now, just a bit of a warning, if you get scared easily, or if you're home alone at night watching this, best to save this video and watch it a little bit later. Right now I'm in Tokyo, Japan. I've been traveling around Japan for 2 weeks. This is my last stop. Long story short, what happened is I booked an Airbnb in Shibuya, which was about a 5-minute walk from the main crossing that you see in all of the movies and like Tokyo Drift and stuff like that. Now, there was a few dramas with the Airbnb. It's right in front of the train line, so you hear the trains go by every minute. You can hear the noise and all of that from upstairs, downstairs, left, right, and center. But the eerie thing about the Airbnb is that it looks like a modern room. However, it's in an extremely old building, and you'll see by the video that I'm going to play in a moment of how eerie it looks. And you don't see this from the Airbnb listing. Now, I had a bit of a gut feeling when I entered the building. I had a bit of an uneasy, unsettled, eerie vibe about the whole place, even just opening the door, okay, into my apartment. And it's a bit small, a bit dark. What happened is I went to bed at around midnight, and I was resting peacefully with my earbuds in, and I was woken up in the middle of the night. You know when you're kind of asleep and you feel like there's a presence in, next to you, and you just like, what's that? And your body kind of wakes up to that. So I felt a big shock, like someone just stepped in front of me. And I'm not kidding, like, I wasn't hallucinating, I'm not on drugs. This is honestly what happened. I woke up, and as I opened my eyes, there was a big dark figure standing at the base of my bed. And I couldn't see a face or anything, but it was dark. It was a very dark figure. The interesting thing was it was wearing samurai armor. I know it sounds funny, right? But it was all black. And I freaked the F out. I quickly hit the light on, grabbed my phone, turned the light on, and my heart was just racing. And the thing disappeared. And then by the time I looked at the time was 3:15.
3:15.
So, it's a bit of a freaky situation that happened. What I would love to know is if anyone knows what that might mean. I tried Googling it. I didn't find anything interesting that popped up. But, if you know what it means when you see like
the
a
time
samurai
with
spirit
3:15?
figure.
3:15, 3:30,
3:15, like, I don't know.
1:45.
So I basically checked out of that Airbnb now, and
Good
I've
thing you
moved
did.
into a nice hotel. And yeah, it was unfortunate, but so this is when I was going back to grab my luggage just to get the hell out of there, and you can just see by everything, it just doesn't feel right. And sadly, they don't publicize this on their Airbnb listing. Even going onto my floor, it just felt very sickening. Now, I had my Japanese friend do some Google researching on this apartment block, and sadly, there was multiple cases of people having committed suicide in this building. Now, it was on that corner of the bed where that figure was standing, and far out. Just even me watching this just makes me sick to the gut.
Let me pause it. These entities are, I guess they are everywhere. Because no matter how modern your city is, because this video, it was just one time video, what he just posted is his experience in the Airbnb. But we live in Dubai, and imagine it's everything modernized, and it's like you feel very safe. And hats off to Dubai rulers, it's very safe. But what about these entities, man? Very strange incident when we were looking for this home. It was just only one agent, because we didn't have, we didn't want to waste time. We just wanted to leave that house. So we just got one agent, and he had two homes he wanted to show us, and this was the first home which he showed, and it was like, it's a new building, so it's kind of like there's no history, and of course it's a new building, so we kind of loved it, but it was expensive, of course. And then my son loved this, okay. Then the second home which he showed, it was very cheap, and this is a one bedroom home, and the second home which he showed was like, he said this is a two bedroom home. So we were like, why didn't you show us the two bedroom home first then? And guess what, even the rent also was very low. So when we actually stepped into that room, it was like, it was not that old building, but it was still okay. But the home was big. It was actually having a master bedroom and a small bedroom, and I was kind of okay, because the rent was also good. It was like coming in our budget, because we didn't have much money. Even now, I'm actually talking to you just with the phone recording. I don't even have a mic with me. I'm just. So guess what? Uh, my son started crying a lot in that place. I don't know why. I think the kids, they actually have this. Maybe they are so innocent that these things, it's affecting them. I don't know how. And seeing my son crying, my wife also, like she started having the heavy feeling on her chest. And I was okay with the home, but after seeing my son's behavior and my wife, she started to have a little bit attacks. And so I just took my wife in the side and asked her what's happening, and she's like, I'm not having a good feeling with this home. And I was like, okay, now it's already time up. Let's go back. And so what we did is we came back again to this home, and guess what? Before we leave, the master bedroom. No, nothing. It's not about that. But the other small room. While we were leaving the bedroom door, just like, dad. And the agent was like, no, it's just maybe because of the wind. We just like shook our head because we didn't want to tell anything about it. So maybe that home is having a history. That's why it's going at a low price. So you guys, when you're looking for a home, make sure you check out the history of the home. Okay, maybe the history of the property, if there are any pets or something. Everything matters. Everything matters. Okay, let's check out the other video. And by the way, I think the next video is about I think it's about a child who seems to be troubled at night. Okay, just yesterday, one of my viewer, sorry, I forgot your name. I'm really sorry. Uh, she posted a very very nice comment. She said like the last thing, the last video which I posted where I could see my son running. She said most probably it's an astral projection of my son and not Mr. J. And guess what? I think I was just browsing just a week ago, trying to see some stories about anything haunting regarding children, and I ended up watching Insidious movie. And it was based on astral projection. So I ended up watching the first part, and I also ended up watching the second part. I think the third and fourth I have not yet. One thing, I think it's a very common American behavior where you keep your children in a separate room. It's of course in your culture, most probably you try to make your children independent. It's a pretty good thing. But one thing I don't understand with these parents is like, though when I watched the movie, I was like, man, who does this? Because you see from the first part itself, the mother sees an entity standing next to a newborn baby in a separate room. She's terrified, and later what she does? She keeps again her children in a separate room. Man, you gotta keep your children close to you. If you're dealing with such kind of things, keep those children safe, like safe to you. I don't understand what's the point of keeping them separate. And this video, the video which I'm gonna show you, it's almost the same thing. But I don't know. This was just one of the video. But after this, whether she's done the same thing or not, I'm not sure. And even in the second part of the movie, still it's happening. She's still keeping the newborn baby in a separate room. Man, let's watch. This angers me. I like how irresponsible some parents can be. When you know your home is haunted, try to keep your children safe. You're a shepherd. You don't behave like a parent, but try to behave like a shepherd. You're the one who is supposed to lead. You're the one who's supposed to lead the children. Let's watch it. And again, yeah, this video is from depths of despair.
Margarita Dazon recently moved into a new house.
New home.
And ever since then, her son has begun talking to someone or something she isn't able to see. And he has even been playing games with this unseen person. She assumed it was normal, and he was just playing with an imaginary friend like most children do.
Yeah.
That is, until one day the security camera set up in her son's bedroom sends an alert that motion is detected in the room. She thought it was just her son waking up, but the camera saw things differently.
So before I left the house for a drive, my son was asleep. Pay attention.
Armani, you need to go to bed, okay, baby?
She's telling him to sleep.
You hear me?
I have to tell you something. I have to tell you something when you. I have to tell you something when you get home.
What happened, baby? You hear me?
He wants to tell his mother.
I love you. Okay, I'll see you in a minute.
Even.
We can see a creepy mist-like figure fly across the camera, and the boy kept insisting he needed to tell his mum something when she got back. And when she finally got home to her son, he then told her that someone was in his room, and that's when she had no doubt in her mind that his imaginary friend is indeed real.
You saw that? You know, take my advice, guys. If your children come and say something like that, trust me, you need to believe it. Don't go like, I don't know about her, but we did a mistake. We you can see in the first video itself, like when my son is like, there's something there, he's like, and I'm like, it's like, like, kya re munnu? I was like, what is it, man? You need to trust your children, guys. You need to trust your children. By the way, the more videos will keep coming. Hi Noli. Sorry, the next video will be yours. I'm sure. I'm gonna do that. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. So, by the way, guys, so I'm still waiting for Project Dark Knight Horror's new video. Let's see when he's gonna upload it. Really hardworking guy. And do check out even the Depths of Despair. Amazing, man. He makes a top 5 videos, but I think this video was amazing video what he did it. Hats off to him. And I don't know about the Colombian guy. I haven't searched about him, but may God protect him. And even this child. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. If you've watched till here, then I salute you. Okay, take care. So maybe next time I'll try to record much more earlier, but I've got work. Okay, so take care guys. I love you all. Bye.